Hello, YouTube and Game of Thrones fans. Another week, another episode. And this week, episode 4 featured reunions, unlikely alliances, and a hot ending. But for the most part, it was fairly straightforward and didn't have large revelations like some of the other season 6 episodes. So let's begin with this recap of episode 4. Similar to other episodes this season, this episode once again begins with Jon Snow. He's packing up, getting ready to leave Castle Black. Then out of nowhere, Sansa, Pod, and Brienne show up. After a heartfelt embrace, the scene changes to Jon and Sansa talking inside Castle Black. Sansa talks about heading home, but a worn-out Jon says he's done fighting. The conversation ends with Sansa telling Jon that she will take back Winterfell herself if she has to. It then cuts to Davos and Melisandre, who are speaking outside. Davos asks Mel what she will do, and she says she will do whatever Jon Snow commands, since it appears he is the prince that is promised. However, you can hear in her voice that she still might be a little unconvinced, as it seems her faith is still shaken. When Davos asks her about Stannis being the prince that was promised, she walks off in what seemed to be annoyance. Davos then continues to follow Mel and asks about the fate of Stannis and Shireen, but Brienne interrupts their conversation and tells them that she was the one who executed Stannis. The conversation ends, and Davos's questions remain unanswered. The question here is, will he find out about Shireen, and how will he react? Then the show transitions to Lord Baelish, who is meeting up with the young lord Robin Arryn. After giving Robin a falcon, Lord Royce questions Baelish's dealings of Sansa to the Boltons. Baelish then accuses Lord Royce of betraying him, and uses Robin to threaten Lord Royce's life. Shortly thereafter, Baelish tells Robin that Sansa has escaped Winterfell, and he encourages Robin to agree to help his cousin. Baelish then makes a statement that it is time the Vale enter the battle. I'm sure we will find out Baelish's next move shortly, as he always seems to stay one step ahead of the game, but will that be the case moving forward? Across the Narrow Sea, Tyrion is planning to make peace with the masters of the neighboring cities, which deeply bothers Missandei and Grey Worm. Tyrion makes an agreement that the neighboring cities have 7 years to abolish slavery completely, if they agree to stop supporting the Sons of the Harpy. After the talks, Missandei and Grey Worm are both upset and speak to Tyrion. He tries to explain to them that diplomacy is the way to go, but they feel he is going to be played by the masters. Will Tyrion's Westeros style of tactics work in this situation, or will the Sons of the Harpy continue to cause problems? I feel the latter is more likely. Also across the Narrow Sea, Jorah and Daario are trying to figure out how they are going to save Daenerys. After killing 2 men in the city, they finally come to rescue Daenerys in the night. However, she feels they won't be able to escape and tells them that she has another plan, which we'll talk about towards the end of the video. Back at King's Landing, the High Sparrow gives Queen Marjorie a little lecture, and by little I actually mean long. After that, he invites her to check on her brother, who is completely broken by the cult. What more will they have to endure before someone decides to challenge the High Sparrow's authority? Further adding to this storyline, Cersei is plotting to take down the High Sparrow soon, and she is ready to go to any lengths to do so, and that includes seeking help from the Tyrell army to take down the High Sparrow. How much longer will we have to wait until this battle goes down? At Pike, Theon returns home and is initially berated by his sister. However, after a short talk, it appears as if he is going to support her claim to the Iron Islands. We'll have to see how this plays out with Euron Greyjoy now in the picture. In Winterfell, Ramsay summons Osha to his chambers, where her attempt to seduce and stab Ramsay leads to her own demise. It never ceases to amaze me how the show can continue to make Ramsay even more unlikable by the episode. After that scene, a Bolton bannerman enters Castle Black with a message for Jon Snow. Jon reads the message at the table with his closest allies and sister nearby. After a series of provoking words and the revelation that he has Rickon, it appears as if Jon is finally ready to take on Ramsay. Since he's completely outnumbered at this point, it would only seem logical that Jon will rally some northern houses to his side before he marches on Ramsay, and it wouldn't be surprising if that was Jon and Sansa's focus for the next couple episodes. Finally, The last sequence of the episode returned back to Daenerys. After telling Jorah and Daario that they won't be able to escape, it appears as if Daenerys has a new plan. During the meeting where the Khals are discussing her fate, Daenerys interjects and gives a monologue about how she is the only one fit to lead the Dothraki. At the conclusion of her speech, the Khals laugh and call her crazy, and ask if she really believes that they would serve her. Daenerys then stares at them with a smug look on her face, and in epic fashion tells them that they are not going to serve, and that they are going to die. At that point, she pushes the standing fire pits on the ground, which sets the temple on fire. As the Khals try to escape, they realize that the doors have been barred from the outside. Since she is immune to fire, which finally seems to be confirmed, she stands and watches as the Khals burn to death. The temple completely catches ablaze, and all the nearby Dothraki run to see the action. And as everyone is focused on the temple, Daenerys steps out nude and unburnt to the surprise of the Dothraki. They all kneel before her as the scene cuts to the credits. Is this a sign that they are going to follow her? Or will she need to do something more to gain their loyalty? In the next couple episodes, it will be interesting to see where they take her storyline from here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to like it and share it if it has given you some more insight into this past episode. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Game of Thrones videos as well as other related content. Take care.